Yo, what's going on, everybody? Cuffin and Dip coming back at you guys with another one, guys. And of course, this one is for the No Limit Ape AMA, guys. So we are tuning in to some information about this project today, guys. So let me go ahead and, of course, first bring in our special guest, and then we'll bring in the No Limit Ape team. So first, let's go ahead and bring in Big Vern. What's going on, Big Vern? How you doing today, man?
Shoot, I'm cooling. What's up with you, bro?
Pretty good, man. Can't call it, man. Ready to get this AMA out. See if we can get some good
Mm-hmm.
information about this project out
Yes,
there.
yes,
See what
yes.
they got to offer for us. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring the team in. So we got one's labeled as Limitless Ape, and the other is No Motive. What's going on? How are you guys feeling today?
Hey, good. Thanks. How are you doing, man? Thanks a lot for having us here today.
No
Yeah,
problem.
happy to be here. Thanks for taking the time.
No
Cool, cool,
problem at all.
cool.
No problem at all. So, just out of curiosity, just because I know there's a lot of people that do not know who you guys are, I had to do a little bit of research as far as the token and what was going on with it. So if you don't mind just introducing yourself, maybe explaining what you guys did previously before this, before you guys actually made the token.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, so I worked with Neko. I was the unofficial community manager for Neko, which is an extension of Inuyasha, Clifford Inu, a lot of those types of projects.
Okay.
And I came over here after that to help out No Motive. I was introduced to him through a friend, and he brought me on to this project day 4 or 5, I believe it was, after they had launched. And at that time, when it was initially launched, it was just a project with low taxes. 3% buy, 3% sell, and that was kind of it as far as utility, as far as use case. Didn't really have too much. It was kind of meant to be an experiment to see if the low tax culture could work. And so I was kind of tasked with building out the vision of cultural change that No Motive had and working together with the community to engage them and create what we've made so far.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and as far as my experience in the space, I've only been in the actual like day trading space for just over a year. NLA, believe it or not, is one of the first projects I've actually like been a dev for. I've just been I've been in the circles and I know a lot of people that have launched coins, but I just felt like we needed to see some positive change in the space. We saw a lot of high tax coins, a lot of low effort kind of rugs is kind of the way that I've always been referring to them. There's kind of like an effort rug where there's a lot of hype for the launch, and then as soon as the launch hype hits and investors are in, those efforts kind of die quickly. So I was kind of sick of that happening to me and to others. And I just, by the nature of knowing a lot of people in the space, I was in a lot of different kind of groups, and one of them was a sniper group. And I just saw somebody said something that stuck with me, and it was that the best form of antibot was no antibot. And that was kind of like what triggered me into like, well, let's put that to the test. I had the ability to launch token, and I wanted to see if that were the case. And to my surprise, with No Limit Ape, we launched a no limit token, which didn't have any limits on buys, no limits on wallet size, which was a little extreme in hindsight. But token launched, there was no antibot, no nothing. And sure, there were botters and snipers that were there, but for the most part, the chart stabilized pretty early on. And what came from that was a solid community that kind of shared in the vision. And that's kind of where we are today.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, so what really was the driving force that made you guys want to make the token? Where did the idea come from? It's just trying to structure how you guys wanted to structure it. Is that where it came from? Just how you saw other cryptocurrency structure, you guys wanted to do it different, or?
Yeah. I mean, so I've been in the space for over a year. So there was a time, and I kind of feel like we're in that time again. And I like to think that NLA had was a big factor in seeing that paradigm shift back to like these low tax coins. But over a year ago, it was pretty regular to see 0 to 1 or 2% tax tokens and thriving communities. And that was, you jump into a Telegram, you'd see something hit Etherscan, or you'd see somebody talk about a coin, and you'd get into it, and you'd see a lot of maybe the same faces, etc. But you'd also see, that the project itself was low tax, so you could get in and make a few X's possibly, and maybe leave a bag and hope that something happens. Where, like, fast forward to just a few months ago, it's just with these 30% round trip tax tokens, and you make an investment, it requires a 10x to see a proper 2x just to leave a moon bag. So that was kind of the problem we were seeing. And it was like, this was the real motivator for me behind NLA, was to kind of flip the script and get people to refocus on the most important part of a successful coin, which is the community.
Okay. Sounds like an answer to that question. So how did you guys obtain the team that you guys used to make the token? Was it outsourced, or did you guys have an in-house team?
I mean, it was just me, and I have a small little team that works behind the scenes, but everyone else that is a part of the core team now are holders of NLA. And I think that makes it unique, and it provides an additional level of passion to the work that they're putting in for NLA. I mean, if you look at the chart, we're at support as we develop. It's pretty common for a long-term project, but even at support, our core team recognizes what's being done behind the scenes and recognizes this is good opportunity for additional token accumulation. So it's just, that's kind of the difference, where instead of just having a bunch of people you're paying to market your token, and then at the first sign of a downtrend, they disappear. We're seeing like people that have really formed strong bonds as a core team, and we're all working through this together. So yeah, this all came after the launch. People that were holding offered their services just because they saw the vision.
Okay, so as far as the contract, you're saying that you guys in-house coded and made the contract?
I mean, we took a contract that had been used before, and we stripped it of all the anti-bot, we stripped it of all the tax, and we stripped it of all like the maxes. So we customized it to that in that kind of nature. But yeah, it was probably it's a smart contract that's been used in the past. We just stripped it of everything.
And then it was renounced also. So, I mean, the whole purpose was to not be able to allow change for it, because a lot of times low taxes, they have the ability to change the taxes and boost them back up in the event that they need it. But
Right.
No Motive, when it was deployed, they renounced that intentionally so that no temptation could arise from the team members or the community's influence, suggestions, things of that nature, because it's more than the challenge here, and the beauty of this project is really the low tax structure, and how can we overcome that through organic community response. And through No Motive's networking extensively with a lot of friends he has in the space, we've had over 60 based callers that have called us for free, and a few of them, 2 or 3, maybe 4 of them have charged because they just don't do it for free. But for the majority, most of them do it for free, and they continue to ask us for updates, and we'll continue to call on the cultural movement, if you will, of organic community response, and finding a better way to fund these things rather than having extensive taxes that hit the community, and as No Motive mentioned earlier, kind of just exploit them in a lot of ways where they have to make a lot more in profit in order to really come out on top. And so the goal of this entire project is, how can we overcome those low tax structures in order to really develop this out into something special, which is why we've developed out, we have the NFTs coming, which are going to strengthen the project. We are building out the ape-centric NFTs as well, which are specifically, they're a very rare NFT collection of only 50 that are going to be for our top sponsors and influencers who have staked their time and their efforts on the vision of No Limit Ape and the idea of a better way in terms of organic community response. And so far, we've had Adam Shelton as a sponsor. So he's the first whitelister for Ape-centric, and he's done 2 videos for us, and he's also done an AMA for us as well. And so the white paper for Ape-centric is being built out, and it's actually under dev review right now. So basically, we're kind of designing a special type of NFT that can truly take care of the influencers who really took care of us initially, but also find ways to strengthen the community, the project, and everybody else involved in terms of the crypto space. So really, this whole project is designed to create great change within the crypto space and do extensive networking and research in order to really find out the problems that are in DeFi and create better ways where we as a community can benefit from them and, circumvent risk, have safer opportunities. Obviously, a rug pull is a rug pull is a rug pull. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if through awareness and education, we can provide that to the community, even if they're not invested in us, it's not even about buying No Limit Ape. It's just about the vision of what it is that we're trying to unfold here, and engaging a strong community in order to really bring great awareness, and through that awareness bring about great change. And like with our caller list, we have created on our website, we have a base caller list that's on our landing page. And on each of those pages, each of the buttons, you can click and go directly to that caller or to that YouTube influencer who has helped us out. And it allows projects and community members who need to reach out to those people a way to do so without getting scammed, because there's a lot of fake Adam Sheltons out there, Crypto Verns, Cuffin the Dips, you name it. There are fake people pretending to be you to get people to send them money. It happens all the time. I've been scammed that way before. And so we saw a need there, and we implemented that change and want to create great awareness about the website so that people can have a safer place to go for marketing, while also taking care of the influencers and the marketers who took care of us from the beginning by giving them free marketing. So that's kind of the goal, is to create self-funded organic community response that works both ways and expand that out into the entire crypto space.
Okay. So you guys previously said that the contract was a contract that was pretty much it was originally used by another cryptocurrency probably, and got stripped of pretty much the tokenomics that they had, and you guys added your own to kind of customize it. So that being said, was that contract audited and was it tested?
So we haven't gotten officially audited, but yeah, we tested it multiple times on Rinkeby. So it's pretty common practice for launching or deploying a contract.
And that being said, also in regards to a security audit, we are in talks with Shibnobi Strong from Shinja. He's in our group, and he really truly believes in the vision of No Limit Ape, and he comes in there just to check in on us, give us support. And he reached out to me in regards to Dojo Swap. So we've been in touch with one of their agents about Dojo Swap and how to go about getting a security audit, how to go about getting a KYC for CertiK and things of that nature in order to be able to get listed on there, because they really want to work with us and do an AMA on their show. And we're just kind of working through the back end. And through Crypto Vault yesterday, actually, they gave me some really good ideas in regards to other security audits that might work in lieu of CertiK. And so we're checking back with Shibnobi about that now to kind of find out what the options are. And to piggyback off of that, in regards to the Crypto Vault, if you guys haven't checked them out, definitely do so, because that's an incredible group of people who are trying to change the space in a lot of amazing ways. They have their NFT collection, Apex Ninja Guru, coming out. And these guys, they set up a private meeting yesterday with me to give me a lot of valuable information for No Limit Ape, and they really helped out the project. So definitely show them some love, because they're incredible people out there working very hard for the community and trying to give back in a lot of ways to the world.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know.
Most definitely, yeah. Shouts out to CVT. They're definitely out there doing some things, launched with their use case already ready. So yeah, it was a lot of things I liked about CVT. But just to stay on topic, so about the contract. So who deployed the contract itself?
I deployed the contract.
Okay, so you physically deployed the contract. So that brings me to my next question. Who is in charge of the deployer wallet and the marketing funds? Who's able to access those?
Yeah, that would be me. No motive.
Okay. And are those multi-sig wallets?
They are not.
Is that a goal towards the future, or just not something you're interested in?
I mean, definitely. I mean, listen, so it's going to take some time to grow to that point, but a multi-sig wallet would definitely be in the interest of the community. And my core team knows, and anyone that's been in the community knows that this is not about me. I mean, this is more of a passion project than anything, No Limit Ape. So I've invested quite a bit of my own time and funds into the project with the end goal of creating a thriving community that helps bring about like a positive change in the day trader space and help kind of educate people on best practices and things like that. So definitely been considering, those types of like a multi-sig and things like that down the road.
Okay. So possibly down the road as far as that. So what was the starting market cap / the starting price?
Oh boy, it's been a while. Limitless, do you have that number?
I think I like I said, I came on day 4 or 5, but I believe that what I heard was around 60,000 was the starting market cap. Does that sound right? No motive.
Yeah, that could be it. Maybe a little bit less. But
Okay.
yeah, that's probably about it. And honestly, the price I couldn't tell you. It's gone up and down quite a bit.
Okay, so starting price, we don't have a number on that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros currently right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm not in front of my computer right now. I could pull it up, but
no, you're all good. I'm just trying to get a full breakdown so that everybody knows pretty much where we're starting at, where we are currently right now. So just so they have accurate information as we're going through these questions. And as you guys already know, as usual, as we've been doing with our AMAs, you will have a chance to do that cuff rating midway through this. I will put that poll up in the YouTube where you guys can say if you guys are cuffing the dip, 100% interested in the project. If you guys are 50% on the fence, need a little bit more information, may have some more questions towards the end, which we will ask for questions if anybody does have any towards the end. Or if it's just chips and no dip, you guys are not interested in the project, which that is okay. Everybody has a right to have their own opinion, but it is just trying to interact with the people and see how they're feeling about the information about the project itself. If the rating's good enough, we definitely got to get some more content for the project. So next question is, or was there a pre-sale or private sale?
Nope. This was a proper old school stealth fair launch. No pre-sale tokens, no team tokens. Just had to buy.
Okay, no pre-sale tokens, no team tokens. Okay, so are any of the dev team or anybody else that works with the token compensated in a native token?
Are they paid in tokens? No.
Yeah. Okay, so what is the current circulating supply, and was there a burn at all?
So I can't tell you exactly what the circulating supply is because that continues to be reduced because a percentage of the small tax is actually being sent to the dead wallet. As you can see, it's a top holder of NLA, so there's an automatic burn every time on every transaction. So it continues to grow.
So you said there's a burn on every transaction.
So yeah, the top holder is the dead address. So that's 17% of the supply has been burned so far.
Okay. So you guys didn't do an initial burn. That's just been throughout.
Nope, that's just automatic through the trans. So it's a 3% tax in and out, and 33% of that tax goes directly to the dead wallet.
Okay. So I'm looking at the token amount, which I should have pulled it back up. Which you said it's about 9 trillion for a token amount. What was the reason for picking only 9 trillion for that token amount?
Well, it was actually just eights, a string of eights. You turn an 8 sideways, it's infinity, no limit. So that was kind of the idea behind it.
Okay.
Like that. Interesting. I like that.
Interesting. It's like everybody has a unique reason to why they pick their supply amount. So I like that reasoning. So we can definitely dig into these tokenomics. So these were actually had me a little bit curious. So to me, these tokenomics seem very investor friendly, but how friendly is it business wise for you guys?
Well, I mean, I would say that, like I said earlier, the challenge of low tax structure is the marketing. And so through organic community response, we've actually had tons of marketing. We've had a lot of different AMAs. We've had, like I said, AMAs with Adam Shelton. We've had AMAs on the Ape House, multiple other Telegram groups, YouTube as well through Crypto Demon, 2-Bit Crypto. We've had a lot of different influencers that have been interested in ape-centric as well, which, as I mentioned before, ape-centric is kind of the NFT for influencers that is going to have a lot of really great benefits in terms of taking care of them in exchange for them kind of taking care of us. And, I was on this Twitter space the other day, and it was related to page shilling and things of that nature. And I was listening to the concerns of the community and the concerns of influencers who were on there just to do research and just to kind of figure out what's going on. And I saw through that what we're trying to design with Ape Centric is actually what a lot of people are looking for in terms of, how to take care of an influencer in a way that won't really hurt the chart, as in paying them in tokens that they then have to sell in order to make profit. Sometimes teams don't have a lot of Ethereum, especially with low tax structures, to be able to pay out a lot of influencers. And so the ape-centric NFT is designed for that, with a lot of unique staking options and other passive income options. And as I said, it's kind of being designed by the community. It's for the community. And we're kind of a collective input in terms of developing out this white paper, which it's in developer review right now. No Motive has it in his hands. Him and his dev are kind of reviewing it, the Solidarity dev, just to see in terms of limitations what we can get away with the blockchain. As I continue to do extensive research and networking with other relevant people within the crypto space, and kind of just find more contacts that can really help bring what it is that we're trying to push out to fruition, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, it does to a certain extent. So I still have questions within that question. So one of my questions would be, are the smaller amounts enough to maintain a healthy floor and generate natural growth while working with other catalysts?
I mean, I would say so. We've had I like to keep about a month of marketing in my back pocket, just through extensive networking and reaching out to people and really just getting our voice out there. I frequent in Twitter spaces. I try to engage with the community at hand and do a lot of extensive outreach through Telegram as well, in order to keep the momentum going of community response. Because at the end of the day, community is everything. If you don't have a strong community within a project, then it fades out in a lot of cases. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and that's not the case, but in most cases, the community is the heart of DeFi. And so we're always trying to form a very strong community and extend that out further and further, and feel that that is a really big part of our organic networking approach, if you will. So it's that challenge of how can we make it work with a low tax structure, and how can we continue that marketing. That's kind of what a lot of people are so curious about, and what keeps them hanging on. And they see that we continue to do these AMAs. We usually have 1 to 2 of them a week, and we continue to roll those out. We've got multiple ones coming up as well. Next week we've got Crypto Rico, and we've got Crypto Demon as well scheduled. And we'll continue to roll those out as time goes on. And it's important to note that, I know people are looking at the chart, seeing the price action. We're kind of a little shocked too that the price action is where it is, based on the vision that we're really trying to roll out and the utilities that we're trying to bring to the space. But regardless of price action, we continue to work hard behind the scenes on this. We've got staking rolling out any day now, which is going to be pretty awesome. And No Motive is working with the staking team who's developing the smart contract out, in order to get that out as soon as possible. And we feel like that's going to be a pretty big catalyst. And there are some people who have sold that we wish they hadn't. We wish they had believed more in the vision. But at the end of the day, we're not here to tell somebody to buy or sell. And we see the value in that community more so than, say, a holder who holds a little bit of No Limit Ape and maybe doesn't engage with the community. I see more of a value of a community member who maybe doesn't even hold that much, but engages strongly with other people and believes in the vision and helps us to shill, helps us to push out content if they have a talent and things of that nature. And we do have an amazing community that does that, and they all kind of embed with this organic approach that just seems to keep the project going and continues that momentum.
Okay. So you do so just to get a definitive answer as far as that, you do feel like it's possible to manage a healthy floor as far as the cryptocurrency with the lower taxes, or do you feel like it will be a hindrance at some point long term?
I mean, I think we can keep this going as long as we need to. And the thing about this project is it's super long term. I mean, this is exacting great change within the crypto space. It can't happen overnight, and we have so much to do. No Motive and I are working tirelessly for the first 3 or 4 weeks of this project, maybe 3 weeks of this project. We were working from like 7 a.m. until 3 in the morning on this just to develop things out and really build it up so that it can stay afloat. And it's really shocking how much work it truly takes to make something successful and to make something stay afloat and to not get disheartened when the price is low. I know a lot of people, not financial advice, are looking at it in a sense of, if I sold right now, I would be down on my investment or break even on my investment or whatever the case might be. But we're looking at it in more of the longer term of how we can build this out, how we can continue that organic response. So I definitely think that it's possible. And I think that we're kind of living proof where a lot of tokens within the past couple of months or this past month within the really bearish season have struggled much worse. And a lot of them, sometimes they don't last. And we're here working the same amount regardless of what's going on with that price action. I work for the community. I work for you guys. I work for everybody in the crypto space to make the changes that need to happen and to bring great awareness to people so that they can, make safer transactions and be in a better place. And this is something that's going to take a long time. And No Motive and I are just shocked at how much work it really is, but we haven't let up yet, and we're not planning to, regardless of if it's at a $20,000 market cap or a $2 billion market cap. We're going to be putting in the same amount of work because we're doing this for the reason of taking care of that community. It's the community's time. Like, it's their time to be taken care of, when a lot of times they get exploited, they get taken advantage of, where you've got a corrupt dev that has a bunch of team tokens, or they bought their launch, and then every time that a buy comes in, they sell to kill the momentum and then tell people that they're holding the floor. But then in actuality, they're sticking a lot of the profits in their own pockets and making people believe that diamond handing is the way to go. That's not really the approach that we're taking here. And we're trying to do it in a better way that serves the community. Because, as I said, the community is what we have, and that's all that we have. We're here for each other. And it's not so that I can get rich, so No Motive can get rich. It's not about that. It's about the legacy of taking care of the community and creating great change within the DeFi space. I own 0.5% of supply, and I don't even want to buy anymore because I don't want to put myself in that situation where I hold a bunch of the supply and have that opportunity to take advantage or dump on somebody. I don't want to do that. I would much rather everybody else that is invested get rich, even if I don't make anything at all, because that's the legacy of the organic community response and the way that it should be in DeFi.
I'll just say this really quickly. We've got catalysts coming. The floor is low. We're going to start seeing some more price action in the positive direction shortly. It's unique to see a project in DeFi, especially in this space, and then like what started as a meme kind of go longer than a few days. So, that's bullish in and of itself. The artists that we're working with to help with the NFTs, the teams that we're working with, the partnerships that we've established, all of which have been free. and just to be a part of the movement are clear indicators of where we're headed. But yeah, it's a unique project, a unique community, and it's a passion project. So I'm all in, and will continue to be. So I think the floor will continue to be held strong. We may see some sell pressure as we start to grow back, but that's expected because some people are just holding.
Did he disappear? Okay. Okay. So
Blockchain got him.
yeah, I don't know what happened with that one. It cut out a little bit, but I will say this: the only reason that I'm asking that is from an investor standpoint of looking at the 3% tax and then looking at longevity of the company. So just so you guys were able to explain that in your own words, rather than them seeing a 3% tax on your website and being like, okay, I don't know if this is gonna, I don't know if it's gonna last long or if they have a game plan behind this or not. Then you look right next to it, which is actually why I zoomed in on it. And you look at the limit list where it says no max buy, no max wallet, no anything. So that to me, you know what I mean? If I'm looking at a 3% tax and a limitless buy, I'm looking at swing traders delight almost, you know what I mean? So just from an investor standpoint, low taxes to get in and out. And it's pretty much you can buy and sell any amount that you want to. So I was just looking at those and kind of seeing where the chart is currently right now as far as the chart integrity and seeing if you guys had a plan as far as like to maintain the floor price, especially if you guys do start getting a little bit heavier volume and more price action with no limit. It kind of is no deterrent for like whales to kind of manipulate the chart a bit.
Yeah, great question. And I think that that's really the reason that we're building out the staking, because the staking is going to create additional opportunities. It's going to have 3% staking, 3% unstaking fee that is going to be the same tokenomics that you see on NLA. And it's going to be designed to strengthen that further as far as the floor, as far as the burn, as far as marketing. So that alone is going to be something that's going to strengthen. But then we're building out the NFT marketplace, Ape-centric, and Ape-smart, and the Ape-centric line that when that white paper rolls out, it's going to kind of make a little more sense in terms of what it's going to offer for the influencers and what it's going to offer for the community / investor / project. But every utility that's being designed on that NFT is being designed with the form of strengthening, because we were limited when we have a renounced contract where we can't change anything and it's locked into 3%, just like you said. It's how do you overcome that? How we overcame that is by building out staking and by building out this NFT marketplace that's going to have so many utilities, with each one of them strengthening the project, strengthening marketing, and also strengthening the influencers, and also doing sponsorships in terms of artists on the NFT marketplace, and finding creative ways that we can take care of them and have it be self-funded through the tokenomics. So it goes above and beyond just a limited 3% taxes in and out. And that's how it was designed initially, to just be that and nothing else. But it's been built out into almost an entire platform. And, a lot of projects out there, they have their phase 2, phase 3, which is like building out staking, building out marketplace, and they live happily ever after. We're not looking at that approach. We're looking at these things in our roadmap are like the 0.5 in the phase, because this is building out a platform to be something much bigger in terms of community response and organically being able to give back to people who need it. And that's the goal through the community of just doing it in such a way where it's selfless in a lot of ways. And our motto is, if it's free, why wouldn't we do it? If we can find a way to fund something and it doesn't cost anything, if that makes sense, because it's funded through the taxes, where people are being able to take advantage of that and strengthen from that, and everything is funded, then why wouldn't we take those opportunities to take care of others? So it's kind of complex. It's a very deep project. And if you read the white paper, it kind of touches a little bit more on that. And the ape-centric white paper is going to be one of itself, which is going to be probably 1 to 2 pages. We had to kind of scale it down because some of the core team members were like, I'm a little confused by it, because it's dense. It's extremely complicated to be able to come up with these things, to be able to make this work in a way that makes sense for everybody. And that's the beauty of No Limit Ape and the challenge that we're facing and the challenge that we're tackling.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, that was I feel like going to the webpage and paying attention to both of these since they're close in proximity and like they go together as far as the tokenomics. It was just kind of like the elephant in the room, you know what I mean? Like the 3% tax and then the fact that there really wasn't any limits behind it. So I just wanted, like I said, give you guys a chance to explain from your point of view why you feel like that was relevant or what the game plan is behind it. So you said staking, which brings me to my next question. What are the official use cases you guys would say, and what do you feel like the functionality is and or the benefits for the holders?
Well, I mean, I would say staking is first, you know, and again, doing it in such a way of strengthening the entire project in terms of giving back to community, influencers, investors, and everybody else that in terms of sponsorship. Then after that, building out NFTs that have utilities on them in terms of passive income, and also having opportunities for with the staking, you're actually staking for a governance token, which is called Number One Ape. And the governance token is going to allow you to have certain utilities on the NFTs based on the amount of holdings that you have. So it's designed to be such a thing where the community members who stake their tokens are going to gain access to a lot of really creative things designed by the community and by the input of other influencers and other people that are relevant within the crypto space to come up with something that really is truly special and takes care of everybody.
Okay, so the biggest is going to be staking in the NFTs that are coming out. I also thought I saw something about an NFT marketplace also.
Yeah, exactly. Ape Smart is going to be the NFT marketplace that we're going to be building out. And that is going to be where we're going to have the collections. And I don't know if you guys have seen some of the 3D videos on our Twitter and things of that nature, and some of the artist collections that some of our community members have worked on to kind of build out. These are some of the NFTs that we're going to be releasing. And the 3D artist, who's kind of anonymous at this point, but somebody very special as far as a designer goes, and they're very, very talented. They're building out and working behind the scenes on these NFTs. But also, it's the the visual appeal, but also the utilities that can be attached and the scalability in terms of the holders with their governance tokens. But also, we feel like we can create a utility out of anything. As far as you can turn a function into a utility with a few tweaks. And so that's where the true utility of this project is extensive research and networking to find out the problems in DeFi and implement changes that can make those changes come to fruition, which again, with the base caller list, we saw a need there with scams within Telegram and within other influencers, people pretending to be them and wiring money to them and losing money. We found the need for that and we overcame that. And so me personally, I feel like anybody who's in a project or who truly wants to look for marketing should be going to that website and going and using that directly instead of running the risk of getting scammed. And so our goal with that website is to build it out with even more people. We'll be adding you guys to that list with a link there. And we want to continue to build that out with every influencer to have that landing page of security for people where they're not going to get scammed. And so it's just things like that. We get through talking to people and through the experiences. Influencers have seen it all, heard it all, experienced it all. And when we can get their collective think tank inputs and then try to create great change because of those catalysts, that is where it's at. That's the heart of this project. So people all the time ask me, what is the utility? And there are tons of utilities, and we continue to roll those out in regards to the need of the community. The more things that need to change, the more utilities that will come forth from this project. So that's kind of the mindset of what we're doing here and the utilities that we're offering to the space as a whole. And then through the community itself, offering the staking and the other things to strengthen everything.
Let me just add this for N1A. It's just important to kind of note that the only way to acquire or accumulate N1A is through staking in LA. So where you see, and oftentimes an ecosystem of tokens, when they launch a new project, you'll see like this a cannibalistic kind of response where people sell one token to buy the other.
where in the event for N1A, it's a governance token that is only earned through staking NLA. So what we hypothesize is that people will buy more NLA to earn N1A as we start to reveal the unique utility for those N1A governance tokens. Oftentimes, I mean, just in the space, there's so much educating that can take place, and we can provide some of the kind of the avenues for those people to learn, and using those N1A tokens together with like a collab land and things like that allow people that have certain amounts of N1A to gain access to certain groups or alpha channels or call channels where they can go and know that the information they're getting in there has been vetted by people that are respected in the space. I mean, these are just examples of some of that. But the most important thing to note is N1A cannot be bought. It's only earned through buying NLA and staking that token.
Okay. So next question will be, so you said the big marketing. Oh, and yeah, thank you, Omar. I do appreciate that. So before I get to the next question, guys, I did put that poll out on the YouTube chat, guys. So like I said, if you guys are liking the idea, on the fence, or not feeling the concept, go ahead and put what your initial ideas are as far as the project as you guys are absorbing this information. Like I said, it is anonymous, and please feel free to be honest with your opinions. We're just trying to see what are your concepts as far as the actual business plan and the structure of this cryptocurrency. So, with that being said, what are the future marketing plans? So I know you guys said you're going organic. Is there any other plans behind that? After that, like at a certain point, are we going like commercials, billboards, maybe kind of aggressive marketing, or will it always just be an organic state as far as the marketing you guys are going to do?
Well, I think that we're definitely looking to expand. If you look at our roadmap, we have on there that we're going to be looking at bigger exchanges, tier 3 exchanges, going through security audits and things of that nature to bring people more at ease in terms of the security behind the project itself. And we're always building out. I mean, the sky is really the limit for this project in terms of networking and in terms of what we can really achieve once we bring more of the community together. And I know it sounds a little strange, but I feel like marketing's our least concern in terms of pushing this forward, because we're working day in and day out to market. I mean, we're hanging out, we're frequenting, we're spreading the word, we're building AMAs, we're getting more and more eyes on this project. We're going out and doing niche target marketing in terms of Telegram and Twitter to try to bring people in to explain to them the vision of NLA, which may not be properly conveyed on the website. Like when you go to the website, you may get some of this information, but it's not until you hear more about it in terms of on a voice chat and having the ability to ask those questions that you can really fully, truly understand the scope of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So in terms of marketing, I mean, we're always expanding. We're going to have, I'm sure we're going to have massive amounts of marketing and marketing opportunities, especially with staking rolling out, which, as I said, it's going to organically strengthen that marketing wallet. Every NFT collection will organically strengthen that marketing wallet. And in regards to what you mentioned earlier about swing trading, even though swing trading sucks and people do it, especially on low tax structures, it does help. The one thing that it does help with in this project is that it fuels that organic burn. So, the 17% that we see thus far after just a little bit over a month in the project, it's pretty solid in terms of the burn rate. And that alone is pulling more of those out of supply. And it's making the people who are holding on, it makes it more scarce. Obviously, it doesn't do much for the market cap. But at the end of the day, like when you're looking at a low market cap project, a few catalysts can easily send it back to all-time high. Not financial advice, but it's much harder to do that on something that is a 20 million market cap that maybe goes to 5 million or something. It takes a lot more volume to push it back than something that's a super low market cap. And so that's what we hope to really inspire. And we truly appreciate your community's input in terms of doing that poll. And please, guys, make sure to do that poll for Cuffin the Dip and for Crypto Vern and for us as well. And just know that even if it's not a project that vibes with you or whatever the case might be, that's okay. Everybody is welcome in NLA, whether you're an investor or not. We appreciate strong communities. And if you want to be part of something where you can actually be listened to, where maybe a lot of other times in other projects you've been disregarded or your ideas have been looked over and nothing has really changed, we want to engage the community and really give them that opportunity to be a voice for the changes needed in DeFi, regardless of whether they invest or not. Because in my personal opinion, investing your time and your efforts in that change is just as much of an investment as it is to drop 1 ETH or something like that onto the chart.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Okay. You said where is the poll? The poll is actually in the YouTube chat. You see it in the YouTube chat. And thank you, Omar, for that $5 super chat. Cuff and Vern bringing the knowledge. Most definitely.
Well, I don't know what that is, but we don't spell knowledge like that. From
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't.
Oh,
it
sorry.
was for once I wasn't.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I forgot we were on the AMA.
I'm an English major, guys, so but
yes, please.
Omar.
That was terrible, right, sir?
Regardless, much love, Omar, and
you're smart. See, that's why I like you. Omar's my guy. You know I'm messing with him.
Hey, look, I love him. He said, "Shoot." I love it. Hey, Vern, did you have any questions in the meantime before I hit him with my last question?
No, you know how I am, man. My thing is, I just want the community to understand what the project is about, and in turn, our job is to make sure the community is safe. So the most important thing that I always tell people when I business consult outside of, my actual real job in life, I tell them there's so many rug pulls, there's so many scandalous people out here that having one person control those wallets, the communities have been rug pulled and everything while me and Cuff has been on air. And the number one thing I tell any coin to do to have the trust in the community is to have a multi-sig wallet. Say you and Limitless Ape can have it to where if you pull money, you got to have your code. And that's really important to the community. So if you say this is for the community, which I believe, and I fully believe you are for the community, I think that's an important thing to do. That's just my suggestion. And the only other thing else I got is I mean that's the most important thing right there. And I think the community will come around, especially our community. I mean, we're building it back up slowly but surely, but they will definitely come around, because when we talk and when we talk about things, we usually have people come around and start calling and start asking questions about it. And I like the concept. And you say you only have how many trillion, correct?
Yeah, 888.
Yeah, 8 trillion, correct? So just like 8 is not about 9 trillion.
Yeah,
it's not a bad number either. So I mean, I've been looking into the project anyway, of course, and I'm really interested. I haven't talked to Mr. Hardy yet because I was actually busy at my other job. So I'm going to talk to him today and see what was going on with y'all at that meeting the other day.
You're talking about Crypto Vault?
Yeah, I'm over there, so.
Yeah, I know, and awesome, dude. They're so cool. They gave me the whole, they even sent my daughter some CVT as a demo. Like they
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, those guys are good. Oh yeah, Cuff. I forgot we got to talk to Mr. Hardy too after this. Yeah, so we got a bunch of things going on, and that's why I'm over there. Those guys are good. They're genuine. They really care about people. They care about projects. And they really want to work with everybody that's, up to par and upstanding. We're not trying to work with rug pullers or anything. But I don't believe y'all are, man. And I think this could be a great relationship. And
100%,
man, I think if y'all do that, man, I think the community is definitely, our community will definitely get behind y'all.
Agreed. For what it's worth, absolutely open to doing that. I mean, again, for me, it's all about the community.
Yeah, see, that's easy.
Most definitely. So that
All
was
right, I'm good. Bro.
some of the main things that I wanted to cover. Besides, if anybody did just join in, if you guys want to go ahead and go over your sales pitch for anybody, if you just want to run through the brief things to why you feel like somebody should want to invest into your token or wants to be a part of your guys' community.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So basically, I mean, I would say that anybody who wants to be involved in great cultural change for the crypto space and have a voice would definitely be at home there. We try to take care of everybody that comes through the doors. Every person is family. Every person is a friend, and we truly want more than anything to take care of that community. We put them before ourselves. We work hard for every single one of them. We work for every community member outside of NLA, whether they know about us, whether they want us to or not. We work for all of you guys because we want to create that safer space within the blockchain where we can all come together and make smarter decisions and look for those red flags and overcome them through, you know, just the strength of awareness and the strength of a strong community. So I would say more than anything, we don't really tell people to buy or sell. It's not even about that. It's about investing into a movement of great change within DeFi. And we all know that those changes have to happen. We've seen a lot of things through our experiences. And we know we've all got things in our mind that, man, it should be done this way, you know? And that's what we want to engage with everybody that we come across. Anybody that's a visionary or has an idea of how things can be better, we want to consider those ideas and implement them. Now, sometimes we can't implement everything because there are sometimes ideas within the limitation of the blockchain that just don't work, unfortunately. But we do as much as we can to take that input and meld it into something very beautiful that is NLA and the platform that we're designing with Ape-Centric and with the Ape Smart Marketplace and the sponsorships and everything involved. So, you know, anybody's welcome there, and we would love to meet every single one of you and to be able to take care of you as well, regardless of the amount you put in or if you put anything in at all. We appreciate true community members.
Definitely. And Legal Alien, the cover rating is pretty much, we just did an AMA, so the information that was presented about this token, if you were feeling it, then you're cuffing a dip. That's why it has that 100% next to it. If you're on the fence, 50%, still got questions, still want to do some research, you hit that 50%, I'm on the fence button. If you're not interested in the project, you hit that just chips no dip button, which would be 0%, and that'll be mostly saying this is not for you at this point, you know what I mean? So just 3 different ratings that you can give this token on the overall status and how you feel about it and the information that was presented within this AMA. Pretty much how that boils down. So
nice to see you here, Legal Alien. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Appreciate you, man.
So
what's up, Legal?
As of right now, we have a 73% cuff rating right now, which is not bad at all. I feel like for a newer token with a lot of different aspects to it, some NFT things and the staking portions need to come out. And as of right now, some people do pay attention to price action a little bit more. So I don't think that's a bad percentage as far as what's going on. I had another token on RT Nico, also got a 73. So
cool. Well, we appreciate the feedback, you know, absolutely. And that's what drives this project. The ideas like what Crypto Vern said about the multi-sig and the ideas that the community gives us. We're going to have the voice chat open in our Telegram right after this. So if there's anybody that has additional questions that maybe didn't have the opportunity and wants more of a one-on-one to be able to gauge a little deeper, I'll be there, and I'm more than happy to answer anything and take all the time that it takes in order for you to kind of understand the vision. And I do that for every community member, have conversations with them on the phone, talk to them through text, whatever it takes, just to help people understand and to help them, not even about the project, but just to help them with anything related to crypto that's not financial advice, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the good thing about your rating, though, I mean, nobody said just chips, no dip. So everybody's interested.
I was about to say that.
So that's pretty good. I mean, the thing is, this is the first time people are hearing about you. So, people are like, oh, what's going on? Who's these guys?
Sure,
they just got to do the research and come in the Telegram, and they'll understand and they'll figure out what's going on. I got a couple questions, but these questions are for like the future type deal. So I don't want to really expose things because I usually trip up people and be like, well, how did you know that? I didn't. I just guessed. So I don't want to expose anything that y'all may have going on. But I can see a whole bunch of things with these NFTs that can be done.
Oh, dude. Well, I'd love to talk with you offline about that and get some more ideas, because we have a whole white paper, and we've got a ton of ideas. And like, seriously, if you guys have anything, and that goes for anybody out there listening, if you guys have ideas for cool, NFT traits and things of that nature, let us know, because we want to find more ways to take care of the community, strengthen the project, give back to the influencers that take care of us, and just be able to take care of sponsors, and create more funds for buybacks and for additional burns, and strengthening in every single aspect that needs to be strengthened. That's really what's going to fuel it. So we appreciate that, Crypto Vern and Cuffin the Dip. You guys are awesome, and it's really such an honor to be here with you guys, because you're kind of legends in the space, and we just truly appreciate, and we're super humble for the opportunity here to speak with you guys today.
Just call us the guys, the pro bono guys.
Yeah, right.
But now everything is working out, and everything is fine. I mean, some of these guys, we could talk offline about some of this stuff. But yeah, I'm glad to have done this, man. And of course, we're gonna talk because of the vault and everything else, man. So I appreciate your time, man, and I appreciate your efforts. It seems like y'all are trying to do the same thing I've been trying to do for the past months. Just bring communities together, bring back that old feeling, because this stuff that's going on now, man, is pure nonsense, and I don't want to involve myself or my name in it.
100%, dude. I'm looking forward to those conversations, bro. And
definitely.
I'm sure I'll see you at Apex Ninja Guru weekend, right?
I mean, I would get jumped by a 712 guy and a 6'3", 6'4" guy. Right? And then Mr. Spencer is never mind. Yeah, I get jumped, and then Cuff would probably help them if I didn't go. So
yeah, you never know.
Oh wow, thanks.
It's gonna be a wild weekend, guys. Definitely check out that project, Apex Ninja Guru. Seriously, amazing stuff. Amazing crypto vault. I mean, much love to those guys, and I know Crypto Vern's directly and indirectly involved with that. And much love to all you guys for building all that up. And we want to try to utilize that, man. I mean, it's amazing.
People have no idea.
No,
that's all.
My head was exploding yesterday, bro. I mean, the stuff he was sharing.
That's not even all of it, though. That's the cold part about it. I know what but that's not even it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm over here like.
Well, I can't wait, dude, because you guys are doing awesome stuff in the space, man. And it's
y'all doing awesome stuff, man. Any positivity, man, I'm for. Just all I ask is protect the community by get that multi-sig, man, and we'll be on board. As soon as you do the multi-sig, I'm buying some. You got my word.
Bro. Nice, bro. Well, we're gonna get that taken care of ASAP.
No worries, man. And I will announce to the people on my Twitter, hey, got the multi-sig going. This is a trusted source from my book. Boom.
Nice. Well, we appreciate the input, dude, because honestly, we weren't even thinking about that, and so it's good to talk to people who are.
I think about that stuff, man. It doesn't feel good to get rug pulled, Zeke.
No, not at all. I mean, that's I've had it happen to me too, and it's not fun.
Yeah, man, it doesn't feel good.
No, and there's sometimes red flags, but sometimes people are really good at pretending, and it's fooling the masses, even influencers. That's something I hear about is, well, this influencer or this caller called something that was a rug pull or interviewed somebody that was a rug pull. Well, they can get fooled just like any investor. That's what I say, And
I mean, we got fooled because somebody lied to me and Cuff before. So
I believe it.
If you don't be straight up, how are we supposed to know if we weren't involved with that particular contract? But anyways.
That's what forges you, to be so hard on people and to really grill them, because they need to be
people think these AMAs supposed to be Cuffs supposed to be like, hi, welcome to the Cuff and the Dip show. No.
Well, I'm sure that I didn't have that element of surprise because I'd seen the Shipnobi one, but if it wouldn't have been for that,
that's what I'm saying. So don't be surprised if Cuff come out here looking like a lawyer with a glass. Let me hold on.
Hey, so the music.
Hey, you should start playing that to scare people. Like, oh shoot.
Oh man.
Yeah, you guys are like interrogators, man. It's pretty wild to see that. Like I sometimes start sweating when I see them.
But the goal is to get good answers for the people, man. I want people to either, if they do want to look into it, they feel comfortable with what they're looking into, and also know that we're not doing it just because, you know what I mean, it's something to do, and you know what I mean. So
yeah, no way.
Yeah. Yeah, so like that's not the goal here. The goal is to find good projects that people can actually invest their money into without getting rug pulled, without having to worry about the developers not being competent enough or having a goal or a structured plan for the future already. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, people are tired of investing into things, and you ask them a question, it's like, oh damn, yeah, we probably should add a catalyst or a use case.
And then the next day they'd be like, yeah, we're coming out with a swap.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, so you gotta find it. So it was definitely good speaking with you guys and getting down to the bottom of what's going on with what you guys are trying to do, investor wise, background, what you guys did previously, what you have going on as far as everything pretty much. Like, I feel like we went over a lot of different things. If you guys did miss the AMA, I would say go through it, or advise anybody who is interested in this project to definitely go through it, because you'll find the information that you are looking for, I feel like.
Yep.
So,
and guys, make sure to show Cuffin the Dip and Crypto Vern some love. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe, give some NLA love to Cuffin the Dip here and help his channel grow even further. I mean, he's got a ton, but we want to help you double that. You know, we always try to, anybody that helps us out by letting us come on and speak about our vision, we want to try to push their name out there and just get them some organic growth as well, you know, so because that's really what it's all about, you know.
Yeah, and if I get to 100 subscribers, I'll give away a CVT certificate.
That doesn't seem like that many. So
I have one intro. So if I get to 4 more subscribers, I give out live. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'll watch this. I'm gonna tell Cuff that. Cuff, you're the only one that's gonna know. But when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be weird. You're gonna be like, man, you're so weird. But anyway,
I got time for it. So
Limitless Ape, thank you, sir.
Everything else you wanted to say before we get out of here?
No, I just want to say thanks so much for everybody listening in, and we appreciate the input, the ratings, and we look forward to meeting you. Like I said, we'll have the voice chat open in Telegram as soon as we get off of here, and more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have, listen to any kind of input that you might have in terms of much needed change within the crypto space. I take notes. I implement all of these things, and I try to listen to the community to the best of my abilities. I do get inundated with a lot of stuff, so it can get kind of, you know, crazy, and I'm sure Crypto Vern can understand that. Working with other projects, it gets kind of wild with all of the messages and all the things going on in many directions. It's like creates OCD almost in a sense, but like I do my best to manage it, and the community really I can lean on them, and they help me as well. So much love to the NLA community for being here, for sticking through the tough times, even though right now with the chart action, people are starting to get antsy for the catalyst. We're doing everything we can behind the scenes, guys, and we're working hard on everything to bring about these catalysts for great change in DeFi. So thanks again, and much love to Crypto Vern and Cuffin the Dip for all that you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely, man. So like I said, appreciate you guys coming out. It's been a real one. So we'll let you guys go and go ahead and start that up in Telegram. I'll shut this down so we can keep the integrity of the AMA. Like I said, you guys posted, let people know what's going on if they want some info on this project. If you're looking for more info, here is the Twitter handle for No Limit Ape. So you guys can get there. It has the Dex Tools chart. It has the Telegram right there and the website all in one spot. So probably the best place to go ahead and follow them for some good information, and then getting that Telegram for more info if you guys are interested. So other than that, I definitely appreciate everybody for coming out today, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, or wherever you guys are at, and keep cuffing that dip. We're out here.
Thanks, guys.